Hello and welcome to this course of how to draw a house. This is the house that we're going to draw. This is the end result. The photo of the house, which you can download from my website, is this photo, and we're going to learn how to actually draw this kind of house in my technique. We're going to use various tools. We're going to use pencils and pens in different thicknesses. We're going to use white pens, black pens, and we're going to smudge pencil with cardboard smudgers, and all of that we'll see in due course in the course. You'll be able to download from my website not only the photo of the house, and you can be able to actually draw from it if you print it out or if you put it on your screen, but there's also images of the final house and some stages in the middle, and other images that belong to the course itself. So you can see all that on my website. The address is just down here on the text section of YouTube. Also, to help you with the course, I have an ebook and an iBook and a real book with different types of houses that you can see both the photo of the house and the portrait and how I did it. And these are very interesting because it's different materials used in old houses, a thatched roof, or a house that's actually an oast house and it's round, and how to do the round bits of bricks, or very big and complex manor houses. So in this ebook you have all the information and the photos, so you can go and see lots and lots of other types of houses, not only this one, to train and to exercise other materials that our houses are built of. And the information where to take that iBook and ebook is again down here in the text area in YouTube, so you can use that too for your course. Okay, what I'm going to do is try and show you how to feel perspective, not really to study it like they study it in architectural schools or art schools. The two-point perspective we're going to show you here is just for you to kind of feel yourself around a structure of a house. So the vertical lines of, let's say, a cube, the vertical lines are always straight. They will never change with the horizon. And then when you have your horizon, which is usually, well, always the level of your eyes, the eye level. So if you are standing here, this is you, and this is your eye looking at the picture. Excuse my little character here. So where your eyes are, that's where your horizon is. So if you're looking at a house from the middle, and it's a cube, so the two-point perspective will look something like this. So these lines will meet somewhere on the horizon. These lines here will meet somewhere on the horizon, and this is called two-point perspective. But I'm never going to use a ruler, and I'm never going to do it scientifically. It's more about feeling this. So when I do lines that mimic bricks or windows, I will always do something like this that will just feel the perspective like a fan that's going from that angle to that angle, and then you have a cube. Now if you go on and you add all kinds of elements that are basically around this structure, let's say a pavement here, or a line of little pillars, again they will all go and have the same feeling of going to the same point. So everything you do that has to do with this side of the structure, it will go to a point here on the horizon, and everything to do with this side of the structure, even if it's a pavement or tiles of the floor, they will all go to the same point. So it's more about feeling how this works. And if you build something a bit taller here, like a second floor, again, this will go to the same point here, and this will go to the same point there. And everything on this side, including windows, doors, tiles, everything will go and the angles will be to the same point. And what we will do when we'll do some exercises and when we also draw the real picture, we will not use a ruler and we will not do any scientific perspectives. We will just feel how it's supposed to be. Now, in order to get grips of this and to train to feel this, we'll do a few examples now together. So moving to a more realistic exercise, let's build this structure here just from a box and a few CD boxes, and we take this piece of little book and we put it on top as if that's the roof, and we make a structure that looks like a basic little house, and we want to draw this but from two very different positions. In this position I'm sitting above the house, so my horizon is more or less over there above the house. So from this position I'm seeing the ceiling and I'm seeing the roof of the house, and this will be a position of looking down into the house. In this position we're sitting beneath the house, so imagine there's a slope here where the table finishes and we're standing on the slope looking up towards the house. So in this case the horizon is more or less here. So everything is going to come down in the two-point perspective. All the lines are going to come down to this level. So this is a position where the house is above us. Very different from the position before. So let's start with the position looking above the house. So the horizon will be more or less here. And we will try and build just by feeling the perspective, build the angles of the house from this angle. So all the lines, don't forget, they're all going to the same point on this horizon. So if my imaginary horizon goes on here and here, the lines are going to meet there eventually. So this line here, the line of the roof and the top of the roof are all going to go to the same point. And also this line here and this line here are going to go all to the same point. So this is what we're going to try to do and show how it's going to happen. And all the lines are going towards the horizon, that way and that way. So this is what we actually see when we're standing and looking at a house from above. Also, the tilted roof, although it's tilted, the lines also go towards the same point over there. But when I'm looking at the house from beneath the house, the perspective goes very differently. So our horizon, the eye level, is more or less here. So I can imagine the horizon somewhere here. Yeah? And the house, this part is actually under the horizon. But everything else is above. So the first level of the house will already go down. I can't see the roof, you see? I can't see the roof on top like before. And everything now is going to go very steeply down. Again, to the same points. This, that, the roof. They all go to the same point somewhere here. And all of these, again, go to the same point somewhere there. So this is going to be a very different picture from the first picture we did when we were standing on the hill. And usually when you have something that's very tall, like the edge of the roof, then the angle is very steep, because again it's going to the same point that these are going to. So it will look something like that. Very crudely, but it's more about to feel how the perspective is very different from the first one.